Long ago, in a great and prosperous city, there lived a wealthy merchant. His mansion was grand. His garden bloomed with rare flowers. Servants moved quietly through halls filled with silk, perfume, and treasure. Yet among all his possessions, there was one treasure he loved more than gold itself: his beautiful green parrot. The bird lived in a delicate golden cage beside a sunlit window, and it spoke with such sweetness that anyone who heard its voice could not help but smile. It told enchanting stories. It recited poetry. It filled the merchant's days with comfort and joy. Every day, the merchant would sit beside the cage and talk with the bird. To him, the parrot was more than a pet. It was a friend. One day, the merchant prepared for a long journey to India, a distant land of rich markets and rare treasures. Before leaving, he gathered everyone in his household and said, "I will bring each of you a gift from my travels. Tell me, what is your wish?" One asked for fine silk, another asked for perfume, another requested precious jewels. At last, the merchant turned toward the golden cage and smiled. "And what shall I bring for you?" The parrot grew quiet. For several moments, it said nothing. Then softly, it replied, "When you reach the forests of India and see the parrots living freely among the trees, give them my greetings. Tell them this: I have a friend who lives imprisoned in a golden cage. He asks you, what is the path to freedom?" The merchant laughed gently. "Is that all? Very well. I will deliver your message." Weeks passed. The merchant crossed deserts, rivers, and distant mountains. At last, he arrived in India. One morning, while walking through a lush green forest, he saw a flock of parrots resting among the branches. He stopped beneath the trees and delivered his parrot's message. But before he could finish, something strange happened. One of the parrots suddenly trembled. Its wings fell still. Its body swayed, and without warning, it dropped from the branch, motionless, silent, like a dead bird. The merchant stepped back in shock. His heart tightened. He whispered, "How strange." Perhaps it was overcome with sorrow upon hearing of its imprisoned friend. Unable to understand what had happened, he continued his journey. At last, the merchant returned home. His household welcomed him with joy. He gave each person the gifts he had promised. And then, from inside the golden cage, the parrot eagerly asked, "Did you deliver my message?" The merchant sighed. "I did." But something very strange happened. And then the merchant told the parrot everything: about the forest, about the flock, about the parrot that had suddenly fallen from the branch. But before he could finish, his own parrot suddenly began to tremble. Its eyes slowly closed. Its body fell limp, and it collapsed to the floor of the cage. Still, silent, motionless, the merchant gasped, "No! My parrot, my beloved parrot is dead." With trembling hands, he rushed to open the golden cage. Gently, he lifted the bird's lifeless body, preparing to bury it. But in that very instant, the parrot opened its wings. With one swift movement, it flew from his hands, rose into the air, and landed high upon the branch of a nearby tree. The merchant stared upward in disbelief. "You were not dead. What does this mean?" From the branch above, the parrot looked down and answered calmly. That parrot in India answered my question, not with words, but with wisdom. The merchant listened in silence. The parrot continued. It showed me that as long as I remained comfortable in my cage, as long as I accepted my chains, I would never be free. A gentle wind moved through the garden. The golden cage stood open, empty. Then the parrot said softly, "Some truths cannot be spoken directly. They must be understood through insight." The merchant stood still. For a long moment, he simply stared at the empty golden cage. And for the first time in his life, he truly understood. Even a cage made of gold is still a cage. The parrot spread its wings once more, rose into the open sky, and disappeared into freedom. True freedom begins the moment we recognize that even the most beautiful cage is still a prison.